Hello everybody, it's Dr. Neil. I realize it's been a while since the last time I've done a catalog review. I find them fun and interesting. Recently I've begun converting my collections over to dealer catalogs rather than storing the physical items or objects that take up a lot of space. Frankly, I don't need them anymore. And replacing them with the catalogs that showcase those same items displayed and photographed better than you'll ever get them in your home collection. And since I've made the transition from toys to outdoor gear with Buck Knives, I thought it might be interesting to go through one of these dealer catalogs so you can see what Buck Knives has been doing, or is up to, and what we make and what I'm designing. I found this 2023 dealer catalog off archive.org. Let's jump into it and take a look. Right off the bat, it gives you a great overview of all the knives available and that were made in the 2023 year. You have your hunters, your EDCs, your pocket knives. It's a fun little overview if you don't want to flip through page by page. And you can just circle the ones that you like. Reminds me a lot of the Christmas catalogs we used to have as kids. So right up front here, the first page is an explanation of the type of heat treatment we use on the steels. When you work with metals nowadays, they have to go through some processing, and this is a special type of processing that we use specifically in our knives that make them more durable and that Buck is famous for. This company has been making knives for 100 years, which is a pretty cool legacy, a good track record, so they know what they're doing. And over here on the steel selection, you can see descriptions of the different types of metals and steels we use in our knives. Down at the very bottom, you'll see 420HC. 420 is the type of steel where you see in most knives. It is your basic B knife steel, but there are a lot others to choose from, and knives have gotten a lot sharper since our grandparents' days because of heat treatments and chemical compositions, and we can read all about that here. It's a great overview. All right, so what was new in 2023? You have your legacy knives, your alphas, your deploys, your sprint ops, your OD greens, sets, infusions, highlines, saunters, hook sets, and some apparel. The Legacy Collection. Limited editions that are only available during the 2023 calendar year. So the Legacy editions are knives that are made just for that calendar year. They feature special types of steels, special types of handles, things that aren't in the normal lineup. Usually more expensive because of the custom nature of these things. Over here we have the Paradigm with the Damascus steel, the Ivory G10, and DLC coated bolsters. And we'll go into the Paradigm later in the catalog. It's an interesting knife. There we have a copper bucklock and a titanium 110 Slim Pro. It looks like it has some bronze fasteners. It's a nice clean look. We got the Vanguard hunting knife with some green canvas micarta and a drop point folding hunter with the scalloped rich light. I like this knife. The texture is nice. You can really feel it in your hand. And for me, I like the drop points on the 110s personally. Hunting gear is first off the list. You have your famous 110. For nearly 60 years, the Buck 110 folding hunter has been a loyal companion for those who demand the best. And this is what Buck is famous for. From what I am told, this is the most copied knife in the world. Over on the left is the basic model, and then on the right are some of the variants. The autos are a new addition, and the Folding Hunter LT is a slimmed down plastic version if you don't want to carry the weight and the thickness around. And the 110 Ranger is the size that I actually prefer. It's a bit shorter. For over 50 years, the 112 Ranger has forged a path alongside with its larger sibling, the 110 Folding Hunter. And they also have an auto version for this guy. This is a great all-round classic pocket knife. I totally recommend it. And we're getting into the 113 Ranger Skinner. Again, it's a compact skinning knife. sharing the same proportions as the 112 Ranger that inspired it. The 113 Skinner combines the style of the 112 and the functionality of a fixed blade into this highly capable knife. The high hollow ground blade allows for long sweeping cuts, while the full tamed handle provides exceptional strength and control. This classic 100 series has been around for, I would say, probably has been around since World War II, I believe. The knife seen at the bottom of the right hand side is a 110 General. Everyone knows it from the Scream movies. This is what Ghostface was, flailing around. The Buck 100 series fixed blade knives have provided generations of sportsmen and women with a solid, refined, and safe way to process game in the field and to get food on the table. Back this year, the 117 Brahmin makes its return to the lineup, filling out this impressive collection. And here's the Pro Series. The Pro Series is an upgraded version. It has the natural canvas micarta handle as opposed to the phenolic handles on the page before. Let's jump back here. These handles with the phenolic handles are bowling balls. Back when they were making these knives, they saw that bowling balls were a great composite material, and they started learning how to make them into their knives. And here we have your classic Vanguards here. And the Alpha series, the upgraded modern version. New to the lineup for 2023 is the 662 and 664 Alpha series, designed for hunters looking for a blade that can do it all. The Alpha combines high performance S35 VN steel with a solid high ground blade shape, designed to move easily through material without punching. Jimping along the spines make it easy to choke up on the blade for those tricky blind cuts. The textured handles provide a strong positive grip even when the things get wet. Available in two sizes, a genuine leather sheath. This Alpha deserves a spot in your pack. These guys are fun, quick little blades, convenient fixed jobs. And here we have the Pursuit series. A Buck Pursuit series is designed to give you the best combination of cutting performance and grip needed to process game. It comes in a fixed blade version and a folding, and the safety orange Pursuits, self-explanatory. The Buck Light Max 2 is your simple hunting knife with a plastic handle, lightweight, convenient. And the classic Bantam, which I am told is the most popular knife in the world. Billions of them are sold, I'm told. Half of the world's population owns a Bantam, and they come in 4 sizes. 3 are pictured here. Next, hopping over to the everyday carry. The Slim Select series is your classic 112 and 110 knives, but the handles have been slimmed down and shot in plastic, so it is a much thinner profile. These feature the thumb studs rather than the nail notches, so it's a little bit quicker to deploy. And there are pocket clip options on these. So this is taking that classic hunter and turning it into an everyday pocket knife. Light and easy to use. And we have the Ranger Sports. These have the thumb studs, but the thickness is back. But it's a modern updated. Instead of wood and brass, we're using micarta inlays, aluminum bolsters, Cerakote, all that. And we have our mini deploys. The deploy is an automatic. If you don't know anything about knives, this is a switchblade type style. Switchblades are, I believe, traditionally called stilettos. And all it is a button with a spring that pops the blade out. It's quick and snappy. Fun little vanity toys to play with. Here's our version. Here we go with the paradigens. And this is what I was talking about earlier. If you're not familiar with this type of knife already, you can read how to open it. You place your thumb on the ridge portion of the bolster and push up. In the automatic version, the blade deploys automatically. With the ASAP version, you move your thumb off the bolster, use your index finger to pull the blade flipper down and start opening the blade. As the ASAP technology has completed opening the blade, make sure the bolster is closed and the blade is locked. And to close, pretty much do the reverse action. This is a polarizing knife. It definitely leaves an impression with those who use it, love it or hate it. And the Sprint Selects, these are snappy little flippers. You see this little tab down here will pop up. When closed, that metal tab will show up on the top of the knife, and you snap it down and the blade will deploy quickly, open, and lock. Once again, these are fun, convenient little snappy knives. And here we go with the budgie. The budgie is a tiny little pocket knife, and the onset is probably twice as big as the budgie. Both solid EDC knives. Though the budgie is a little more office friendly, is what they call it. Here are some more EDC knives. More specialized. If you have a preference on blade type, handle type, you can hop on over to this side and see what else we have. I've always liked the inlay here on the Vantage. It's an interesting look. It's more over here. I do kind of like the Decatur, the Langford, and the Highline and Trunk series. My EDC is a sheep's foot. It just works better for what I do as a designer rather than the pointy blades. So the stuff I carry looks a lot like the items here on the right. And we have the classic Spitfire. This is a workhorse. Aluminum handles, chunky blade, strong construction. It's a lockback, so it's not going to close on your hands when you're poking things aggressively. These guys are still around, and you can order custom handles with different colors, different blade colors. This is a very customizable knife, and you can take it apart and swap things out with it. It's got that, I don't know what the official name for this blade is. I call them Gonzos. They look like Gonzo from the Muppet. You have your Saunters. The Saunter is here and ready for your pocket. This small, deep pocket carry, non-locking slip joint knife is available as a clip point or drop point, sporting 154 cm steel. The handles are a smooth OD green or black micarta with lanyard hole for additional versatility. The new Saunter is designed to fit for everyday carry needs. Convenient little pocket knife. It's there when you need it. You don't have to worry about deploy. Just make sure you have a case for it. And here are some more folders. Colleague, Nobleman, Bones, Prince, Squire, 555. Bones is a fun, interesting knife. It's been around for a long time. Just refuses to die. You can see the Sprint and Squire and 5.5 look a lot like your classic 110 and 112, but these guys are much smaller. Much smaller. And these are the classic pocket knife looks. Very much what I grew up with. I remember my grandpa always having some kind of pocket knife in this style around with him. This is the Swiss Army pocket knife style. There's no locking mechanism when you open the knife. So as a kid, I used to, when I was jamming the knife into things, I was always closing the knife on my knuckles, which sucked. I'm glad that there's a locking version nowadays, but we do make these fun classics. Heading into the outdoor category, we have the Compadre series. I love this series. I do some fun outdoor tromping around. And solid knives like the Fro are really helpful out there. You kind of use it like a kukuri, I think it is, or a machete. So you can see you can really whack and hack things together, like what the guy on the left is doing. You have your Selkirks, which are hunting knives. The top two blades are folding versions. The bottom two are fixed blade. I like these personally. The fixed blade version has a nice handle. I like the way that it feels. It's round and it really fills out my palm. And the blade is just, it's simple and easy to look at. It's easy on my eyes. And if you're into fishing, we have the fillet set, the breaker, and the saltwater cleaver. Classic style. It's been around for a long time. More fillet knives. We even have them in a folding version. And here we go into the accessories section with different type of sharpeners, stones, fishing, flip sticks, and all that good stuff. And the buck gear, which the buck gear changes constantly, probably twice a year. We'll get different styles, play with different accessories, see what's working, see what's not. Trying to keep up with the trends of the outdoor gear, outdoor apparel market. And if you're a dealer, you can order some of these different displays for your store. And all buck knives come with what's called our forever warranty. Forever means forever. At Buck, we guarantee our knives forever because we believe in the integrity of our products. So we'll always work with you to try and figure out what happened with your knife. Call customer service, talk them through it. You can either send it in. If you're in the area, you can always bring the knife in. If it's a Buck knife, they'll sharpen it for free, and you can have warranty look at it in person. And that's about it. Well, that is it. This is the end. If you guys thought that was interesting, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want more catalog reviews. It's a nice way to see everything all in one place. You don't have to track it down. The Buck website usually only lists things that are in the current year. If you want to look back at things, if you want to take a trip down memory lane, the catalogs are your best bet if you can track them down. They're online, they're in thrift stores, they're in antique stores and collector stores if you can track them down. Most employees have a small collection, so if you know one, they can probably hand you some. I've collected a number of different catalogs in the different industries I've been in, and I enjoy them. I have 2 bookshelves full of catalogs. Wishing you all a great Christmas. Dr. Neil, out.